Hi, how are you?
Good, and you?
Good. So what brings you here today?
My doctor and the social worker said that I should come in and see you.
Okay. What's going on that, has brought you to this place?
Well, it started with having trouble sleeping, and then it started to affect my work and my family life, and needless to say, things aren't in a good spot, and so everybody kind of pushed me out to try and keep everything together.
So what's affecting your family life? What kind of things are going on?
Well, everybody thinks that I have PTSD.
Okay. Now what do you think?
I don't.
You don't
think so. I don't believe in PTSD. I mean, I was deployed. I saw a lot of stuff. Every veteran knows what PTSD is. That's all they talk about on TV, and I don't believe in it. I just think that I need to man up and deal with it. And I think that my family could have been a little more supportive, but they don't understand it.
So what's happening at home or at work that's causing the distraction?
Well, with the lack of sleep, I'm irritable, on edge. I can't focus. So not being able to focus is hampering my job.
Okay.
I've burned up all my sick time. They started sending me home. When I get sent home, I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting paid. That causes my wife to be upset because that's our only source of income, and we have a family to support. Now she's upset and ragging on me about not being at work, and I can't get paid, and everything just snowballs all down through.
Now, are you talking about your deployment to your wife? Are you talking about your deployment to your friends? Getting out, what you're having nightmares or problems sleeping over?
No.
All right. No. Is this something that you might look into doing?
I don't know. When you talk about it, it feels like you're reliving it. I just want to move past it.
But apparently you're not moving past it if it's interfering with your work and your home life and your family life. So there's something building up a wall there. I mean, is there any kind of suggestions of outlets?
I don't think a wall would be built up if everybody would stop with this PTSD thing. I think that's putting more and more on, and it's not there. I don't believe in it. So how can I have it if it's not something I believe in?
Okay.
That's like saying that there's a fat man in a red suit that brings presents for my kids when it's me that goes and buys them and puts them under the fucking tree.
Right. Well, I understand we all have our views on different things. Now, do you work out? Do you go to the gym? Do you have anything extracurricular that you do just as downtime for yourself?
No, there is no downtime. I only make like $11 an hour, and I have a wife that doesn't work and 3 kids to support.
Okay. But even that car ride, do you decompress on your way home? Do you have someone to talk to other than your wife?
No.
Do you have friends?
Everything's just work.
Your family?
No, my family doesn't understand it either. I get the same stuff from my old man. What they're saying is a bunch of horse shit. You need to man up, be a man, blah, 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 blah. Just constant hounding. Nobody wants to let it go and just leave me alone and let me deal with it. Everybody's just hounding. Come home and you're either a baby killer or you're a hero. You just want to be left alone and get back to your life. Everybody, what'd you do there? Did you kill somebody? Did you do this? Did you that? It's not stuff you want to talk about. I mean, have you ever killed somebody?
No, I have not.
Would you want to talk about it if you ever did?
I imagine not. So what could be a healthy outlet for you? What do you want to do to get over this, to man up, to be past it? What do you think would be the best route for you to take?
I don't know. I guess that's why I'm here.
Okay.
I keep saying just to everybody to drop it and let me just be and do my thing, and nobody wants to drop it. Everybody thinks that I'm saying to drop it because I don't want to deal with it. It's not that I don't want to deal with it. I don't think there's something to deal with. Just stop hounding me and let me get reacclimated. I mean, I've only been home for 3 months. I did 19-month tour.
Okay. So you're having problems adjusting to being back here?
I don't think I would if everybody would stop.
What
Nobody wants to
what
stop.
exactly are they doing?
What did you do there? Did you see stuff? That constant wanting to know everything about it. Nobody wants to, I say I don't want to talk about it, and all of a sudden I have PTSD because I don't want to talk about it. And then when I keep saying, I was short-tempered before I went. There's something I don't want to do, I don't want to do it. I don't want to be hounded about it.
Okay.
If you don't want to watch the football game with your husband, and he keeps saying, come on, put it on, put it on, put it on, are you going to get agitated and irritated and say, no, I don't want to watch it, leave me alone? Well, it's the same thing, but everybody is worried now that I'm going to snap. I had one thing 2 days after I came home. I came home right before the 4th of July. We're driving to go see the fireworks, and some punk-ass kids light fireworks off right at the stop sign.
And what did you do?
I jumped out of the car.
Do you think that was the appropriate response?
No, but it sounded like I was being shot at.
Okay.
But again, I was home for 2 days. It's not like they give you, you come back, you get off the plane, you check in all your gear that they want you to give back to them, and put you on a bus and you come home.
They don't give you rules to live by.
And there's no reacclimating. You still, for the first week and a half, I'd wake up looking for my weapon, because for 19 months, if I had to get up and go take a piss, you had to take your rifle with you, in case something happened while you were pissing. You know what it's like to have a mortar go off when you're taking a shit?
I do not.
Try to get up and run and you trip over your fucking pants.
I understand.
You think that's funny?
I don't.
I did when I fell.
You did when you fell.
Yeah.
So,
Especially because I forgot to wipe.
do you think that perhaps there's something that we can work on so that your wife can know how to approach you and approach the situation? So what would you like to see her do, or her response to you?
Stop hounding me about my deployment and be a little more supportive, instead of, can you get more hours? We're short on money. How about, how was your day at work?
Okay.
Just so you know, we got a 10-day shut-off notice. I don't want you to be shocked by it and thrown on you at the last second. There's a 10-day shut-off notice for the lights. Is there something that you think you can do, or should I, maybe
Okay.
ask my parents to bump some cash?
Okay.
Not, you need to find a better job. You need to do this. If you'd stop dwelling on what happened while you were there, maybe you'd have a real job.
Alright, well, let's think about this. Perhaps we could write a list of these things you would rather hear than what you're doing wrong, what you could do to make it better, or what she could do to make the situation better. Do you think that's a place that we could start?
I guess so.
Now, what are you willing to do? I know you said you don't want to talk about it, but is it something that you're willing to work on? I'm not saying talk about everything that you saw there, but I'm saying take small baby steps to express some of the emotions that you have bottled up inside.
I guess. I just want to get my life back together.
Perhaps talking about it will get your life back together, will get your family life back together, which will then lead to a better work life.
I guess. You're the doc. You're the one they told me that I had to come and see.
Well, they told you that you had to come here, but
Well, yeah, if I did it and things got worse, I wouldn't be able to see my kids. I don't want to lose my kids.
well, if that's very important to you, then I think communication is super important, and you need to express yourself in constructive ways so that it's not destructive, and you can build on relationships with your wife, your family, and your children instead of breaking down those walls, those relationships. And by taking little steps in communication, you can start. And you can start by just making simple lists and simple things. Start very easy and ease your way into it, and at your comfortable level. Do you think that's something you're willing to try?
I'm willing to try almost anything. But, I mean, again, it's... I don't know where the communication comes in if there's nothing to talk about. I mean, if the stuff I did and some of the stuff I saw, it's not something I want to dwell on and relive again. I mean, that's why I got out.
I understand, but you don't, from looking at it from your wife's perspective, you were gone for 19 months of her life as well. So you don't know what happened in her life in 19 months. She doesn't know what happened in your life in 19 months. And she just wants to know, she wants to complete that part so you guys can move on and have a happier 20 years.
It's not how it feels, though. I mean, I got paid decent money while I was gone, and she got accustomed to being able to go and do what she wanted. Not worry if, you know, I can't go to Eaton Park because I can't pay my water bill and my light bill. Tonight's not a night I feel like cooking. I'm burned out. Let's go out to eat and see a movie. Well, that's not an option now.
No, but
And
sometimes...
there's no bank account now. I
But
mean,
sometimes there's different
can't even
options.
live paycheck to paycheck when you don't have a paycheck to live off of.
I understand that, but there's other ways. There's other things that you can do to build on that relationship, and it doesn't involve money.
Well, that's all she seems to make it about.
Well, maybe you can start out by showing her that these little things can be done without money. The time can be spent together with the two of you or with your family, playing a game. You know, taking a walk together.
Why don't you talk her into switching places? I'll stay home and she can go work.
Maybe it's an option that she can go work as well as you. You know, there's no rules written that said you are the only one that's permitted to work. How old are your children?
2, 6, and 8.
Okay. Do you have family that babysits for you?
Never asked anybody.
Do you think that's an option?
Could be. I mean, I guess maybe our mom could.
I mean, also that would be an option for you two spending individual time together without your children. You know, an hour or two out by yourselves, taking a walk in the park. Things
You
like
been to the parks around here? You want to go walking through?
I'm sure you can find a nice one at twilight. Don't look at the negative side of everything. Start to look at the positive side.
I am positive. I'm home without any holes.
Well, that's the first positive outlook. You're home. Now it's time to rebuild your family and your friends and your wife.
Yeah, they just need to see it on the positive side that I'm home.
I think they might have a hard time adjusting as well as you. It's going to take time. You just have to be willing to make the sacrifices as well as express what you need your family and your friends and your wife to do. Now, I think that we can work on this over the next couple weeks. Are you willing to come in for more sessions so that we can talk about this? We can make a plan
Yeah, I guess so.
and approach it at different situations.
Oh, here you go. Here's a positive outlook. At least there's a good deli next door.
Yes, there is a good deli next door. Well, thank you very much for coming in today. And I will send my secretary in with the confidentiality papers that will be signed. And if you have any questions, she will be able to answer them.
All right.
All right. Thank you very much.